Less than 3 weeks to the commencement of the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. 9-time African champions, the Super Falcons of Nigeria, are already in Brisbane for a 2-week campaign ahead of the Mundial, and they say they are very much ready to give Nigeria and Africa a good representation. And of course, that's beautiful stuff. Hello and welcome. This is Sports Reel on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority. I am Bade Adeleye. As always, we're at Mansa, the Wsjd Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. And on the reel today, we'll be updating you when it comes to the latest coming from the camp of the Super Falcons of Nigeria. We'll also talk about the ongoing Nigeria National League Super 8 in Asaba, Delta State. We'll also talk about the ongoing Handball League in Benin City. These and many more we'll bring to you on the show today. Once again, you're welcome. Okay, straight to business. Let's begin with football, as the race for promotion to the Nigerian top flight is very much on at the Nigeria National League Super 8 in Asaba, the Delta State capital. And of course, on match day 1, which was on Sunday, we saw some beautiful results. And also on Monday, some interesting results came up. So let's quickly update you when it comes to the results we got on match day 1 and match day 2, while also letting you know how the teams stand in the Northern and Southern conferences. Quite interesting, and we're all looking forward to match day 3 of the NNL Super 8. Now, let's move away from men's football and talk women's football, as the Super Falcons of Nigeria, before they departed the country, were celebrated last Saturday as they were treated to a beautiful and colorful send-forth ceremony in Abuja. Ayodeji Makinde covered it, so let's take a look at that report.
The record African champions before departure converged for a farewell dinner at the instance of Nigeria Football Federation with one clear message: go and surpass your record. To win the trophy is not too much to ask. Present to give the charge are Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu, represented by Bade Edu, government officials, diplomatic corps, top echelon of football administrators in the country, and former Super Falcons players.
Special message from the First Lady to all of you that if, by the grace of God, when you do bring home this cup, she'll be waiting to receive you herself.
Nigeria is the face of women football in Africa. This time, we are going to go beyond first round, quarter final. We're going to get to the finals.
The 9-time African champions who qualified after a top 4 finish at the 2022 Women's Cup of Nations are led by 40-year-old captain Onome Ebi, who is making an unprecedented 6th FIFA World Cup Finals appearance, and assured on total commitment and pledged that with the perfect blend of youth and experience, the team will soar in Australia and New Zealand.
We are not just going there to be part of the competition. But we are going there to break records and surpass our previous outing, which was round of 16.
This team can actually go far at the upcoming World Cup. But of course, regardless of whatever, we're still going to go out there, fight as always, do our job and see what we can do.
Coach of the team, American Randy Waldrum, has been in the news lately over unresolved issues. This, NFF President Ibrahim Gusau describes as unnecessary, as all necessary plans have been concluded for an outstanding performance.
So as far as we are concerned, we know we did our best. They were in Japan, they were in Mexico, they were in Turkey, and then in Australia now they are going to play about 2 friendly matches before the commencement of the tournament. So we are doing our best. So I don't know what he's saying.
There is no smoke without fire. However, the NFF is not anticipating any spark to distractions caused by quotes credited to coach Randy Waldrum. Next for the Pride of Africa is to talk with their performance on the pitch. Nigeria is drawn in Group B with co-hosts Australia, Canada, and Republic of Ireland.
Let's now get to know when it comes to the preparations of the Super Falcons of Nigeria for the World Cup in Australia and New Zealand, as here is the MTN Super Falcons show.
Award to the Nigeria Women's National Team.
Nigeria have opened the scoring.
Anxiety, tension and excitement are the emotions in the air as we gradually draw closer to the FIFA Women's World Cup. And over here on the MTN Super Falcons show, we take you through the journey leading up to the biggest tournament in the women's football. My name is Oserame Inegbenebo and welcome aboard to the MTN Super Falcons show. Now, last week, FIFA released a statement saying that over 1.1 million tickets have been sold to this year's FIFA Women's World Cup. This is most certainly the biggest tournament in women's football. And we're super excited and definitely looking forward to experiencing all that the tournament has to offer. Now, on Sunday, before the Super Falcons flew out to Australia to begin camping, they were hosted by the NFF at a send-forth party. Now, it was all glitz and glamour, and it was super exciting to see our Super Falcons bidding farewell to us, and hopefully when they come back it will be with the trophy. Now, today on the show we've got a lot of entertainment for you, but just before we kick off, we go on a quick break and we will be right back.
Ovieme,
Oh, I wish you were here.
I'm always with you.
But it's not the same without you.
Don't beat that.
MTN 5G's amazing technology will change how we experience life and the internet. Get ready to encounter the incredible, and remember, no be juju, na MTN 5G.
Welcome back to the MTN Super Falcons show. Thank you for sticking with us. Now, on Saturday, the Super Falcons of Nigeria were hosted by the NFF to a send-forth party before departing for Australia on Sunday. Here are sights, scenes and views from the event.
I want to say thank you for this session. We appreciate it. On behalf of my teammates, Nigerian Football Federation, Ategmidoko, I want to say very thank you and we appreciate everything you did for us tonight.
I want to tell Nigerians that we are going to Australia not to just go and participate in the competition. In partner stage, we're going to participate. We're going there to make records. We're going there to surpass our previous, outing.
If you're not already following us across all social media platforms, this is the perfect time to do so. As you know, week in, week out, we give freebies to our lovely viewers who participate in the Who Am I segment, which is coming on later, much later in the show. But first, in case you're not already following us, the handles are at MTNNG on Instagram and Twitter, and it's MTN Nigeria on Facebook and YouTube, and of course, our very own pages, Super Falcon Show. So in case you're not already following us, this is the perfect time to do so. Now, as is synonymous with footballers around the world, charity and generosity is something that is in their DNA. Now, this week on the Super Falcons show, we take you to behind the scenes as we check out Wsjd Ajibade, the striker with Atletico Madrid, who went back to her roots, FC Robo, to distribute over 100 kits to the ladies at FC Robo. Here is Wsjd Ajibade.
I wish you were here.
I'm always with you.
Get ready to encounter the incredible. And remember, no be juju, na MTN 5G.
That was super thoughtful of Wsjd Ajibade. Thank you. Givers will surely never lack. Now, that's the much that we can take forward today on the MTN Super Falcon show. But just before we go, yes, we did not forget, it is time for the Who Am I segment. Now, in case you were wondering what the answer is to last week's Who Am I, or you missed the show, well, the answer is Rafiat Imoran. She is a defender with the Super Falcons, and she's among the 23 ladies that have been selected. Remember that this show airs every Tuesday at 9 a.m. on NTA, and you can also catch it on MTN's Ayoba app. My name is Osereme Inekbenebo, and I will see you, and you same time next week. It's bye for now.
It's still Sports Reel on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority. Let's talk handball now, as Kano Pillars and Safety Babes have begun the defense of the titles they won in the last year Nigeria Handball Premier League. And of course, the league started last Sunday in Benin City, the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium in Benin City to be precise. And of course, we got a lot of interesting results on match day 1, which was Sunday, and match day 2 on Monday. So let's quickly update you when it comes to that and the fixtures for today. Interesting results there. Let's move from the handball court now straight to the basketball court, as we have joining us live on Sports Reel this Tuesday no other person than Nigeria's The Tigress power forward, Pallas Kunaiyi Akpanah. Pallas in the Palace, thanks for joining us on Sports Reel this Tuesday.
Thank you for having me.
All right, it's always beautiful to have you. Let's begin with the past season with Faenza in Italy for you. How was it?
I thought it was a deeply humbling experience for us. We had to face a lot of ups and downs, but you know, when your teammates and your coaches and your club even supports you, and it was easy to overcome a lot of challenges and achieve success at the end.
We do understand that, you know, after having a beautiful season with the club, there were stories about you moving to another club and all that. Is it official now?
Well, this has been officially announced that I will be joining a new team for next season.
Tell us about it.
Do we know the team already? You might not know it, but the team is named Campo Basso, and they are located in the southern region of Italy, whereas Faenza was located in more of the northern region of Italy.
Now it does look like you're really enjoying life in Italy, because you've chosen another club. You've decided to stay in Italy.
I am. Italy is a beautiful country, and I love being there.
All right, quite beautiful. Now, let's talk about the Nigeria Senior Women's National Basketball Team. We're talking about the Tigress. Now, we do understand that everyone is trying to put behind them the disappointment of not being able to feature at the World Cup despite qualifying. Now, AfroBasket is almost here. What are the preparations?
The AfroBasket preparation is leading up to the Kigali tournament taking place July 28th. So currently we have received news that there will be tryouts held. So for me, the tryouts is taking place in Abuja at the Wsjd Abiola Stadium. So I will be looking forward to preparing for that and partaking in that. And by God's grace, I will be selected for the AfroBasket 2023.
Of course, we're wishing you all the best when it comes to the selection. So when you finally get there, what should we be expecting from you if you're on the train to AfroBasket 2023?
You can expect to see teamwork. You can expect to see energy, collaboration. I think we have a strong team. Although the AfroBasket features a lot of high level of competition, I believe we're strong enough to achieve success and win it again for the 4th time in a row, breaking a record, I believe.
All right, quite beautiful there. Now let's talk about how you're giving back to the society. Because recently we saw the basketball tournament that you organized, and you know were quite, impressed with what we saw. So let's quickly see the report, and after that, we'll talk to you about it. So do hold on as we see the report.
The grand finale of the Royal Queen's Basketball Championship was a tight contest between Hot School Sizzlers and Queen's Basketball Club. The Sizzlers started brightly to win the first quarter 16-10, only for the Queens to fight back as the second quarter ended 22 apiece. The Queens shot into the lead in the third quarter, which they won 29-27, and they never looked back in the fourth as they recorded a 43-39 win to emerge the champions.
I'm really excited my team won the competition.
The philosophy in the club is you either win or you learn. So we're going to learn from this and we'll come back stronger the next game. But I'm really proud of the girls. They did great.
We need more of this tournament. Beautiful, nicely put together.
The convener, Pallas Kunaiyi Akpanah, who was obviously impressed with the abundance of talent on display, called for both international and local partnerships to help grassroots female players in Nigeria.
We have something here that we can build on. I want to make sure that people don't have to travel out to be successful in basketball. So I think they can do it right here. The more we can collaborate as international players to build something here, I think we will be very successful in the future.
God has helped us to get to this, attain this level, and I'm happy because it was not in vain.
Following their victory, champions Queen's Basketball Club got a cash prize of 200,000 naira. Hot School Sizzlers Basketball Club got 150,000 naira for finishing second, while Air Warriors, who finished third, were rewarded with the sum of 125,000 naira. In Abuja, Francisca Bile, NTA News.
Quite beautiful. Congratulations to the champions, and of course, Pallas. We could see you, doing what you know how to do best on court there. Quite beautiful. Now, we saw that competition, the third in its series. How were you able to pull that off? Tell us about it.
What I have to say about that, I believe we would not have been able to achieve as much as we did without people that came in and supported us, both in person, both virtually. People flew in to support us. We had some military people come in, people who are dignitaries in the basketball community within Abuja, within Nigeria, were really willing to support us, and that created for an amazing event. I don't think we would have been able to do it without the foundations that supported us along the way.
Really, really, really beautiful, Pallas. Well done, and thanks for giving back to the society. Not everyone thinks about that. Well done for all you're doing for the development of basketball. And thank you for joining us on Sports Reel this Tuesday.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we're wishing you all the best when it comes to the AfroBasket, hoping that you'll be selected.
Amen,
we wish you all the best.
God will do it.
All right, I've been speaking with Nigeria the Tigers power forward, no other person than Pallas Kunaiyi Akpanah, who has been telling us about her experience when it comes to the last concluded season in Italy. And of course, she's been talking about the AfroBasket, Women's AfroBasket 2023, and of course, how she's giving back to the society. Let's now move away from the basketball court straight to the grass court, as WImbledon 2023 is very much on. And we saw some interesting games and results on Monday, the first day. So let's quickly show you some, and after that, we'll continue the show. Interesting matches there. Now, 2nd of July every year is World Sports Journalist Day. The day acknowledges the hard work of sports journalists and encourages them to be better at what they love doing. Now, with Nigeria joining the rest of the world to mark the day, sports correspondent Francisca Bile takes a look at how the celebration of the day is helping gain more popularity and recognition for the people in the sports media.
People can be divided over many things in the world, but one thing that unites them like none other is sports. Everyone has at least one favorite sport that they love and always like to remain updated about every single detail related to that sport. Hence, the importance of the sports journalist who presents the information in an interesting way, whether it's television, radio, newspaper, or online.
The role of journalists cannot be overemphasized, especially when it comes to a dissemination of information and raising awareness of game, raising the consciousness of people.
They have helped to discover budding talents from the grassroots. They've helped to project their skills to the world.
Not just about dissemination of various sports, but sports business as well. So there's a huge role that they play.
Over the years, the World Sports Journalist Day has been providing the platform to acknowledge the hard work of sports journalists and encourages them to be better at their job. It also brings up challenges being faced by sports journalists and how it could be surmounted.
Some media houses cannot pay for journalists to go cover various sporting events. Sometimes you're doing your job, the intimidation.
From our poor take-home salary down to the logistics, the equipment needed to be able to work with to deliver at the topmost level.
There are so many quacks within the profession, and a lot needs to be done to ensure that real professionals are the ones that are involved.
The 2023 celebration of the World Sports Journalist Day is the 30th annual celebration, and members of the sports media, while acknowledging the gains recorded so far, are unanimous in calling for more recognition and awareness for the great work they do. In Abuja, Francisca Bile, NTA News.
Many thanks, Francisca, and of course, sports journalists really deserve every recognition coming their way. And that's Sports Rail this Tuesday. As always, I want to thank you for hanging out with us. Do not forget that NTA Sports 24 on Star Times, StarSat and Free TV is your best option when it comes to unlimited sports content. And it's even more interesting now that the station is back to full programming, which means you can always get daily news and other interesting programs on the channel. Do not be left out. That's the show. I want to thank you for being part of it. And do not forget, like I always say, be yourself and always stay out of trouble. You need it for nothing. I'm Bade Adeleye, and I will see you next time.